Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Hold on a minute, let me just do a bit of that. Bosh, and then let me just do a bit of that. That's what you're meant to be looking at. Oh my god, I've done it again. So you've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. So get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons and get yourselves onto the We Are Driven page, find out what's happening over there, and then go get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey, and go drop a donation on there if you can, please. Thanks. Right, tonight, round 4 of Team Oliver Racing's Gr3 League, brought to you with Mature Racing Club and Tanso Racing. Slight change of service tonight, so we've still got the pro lobby running with me, Dark Smoker, but down for the counts, PlayStation has melted due to him leaving hair straighteners or his hair dryer or something on there, and it's melted, so he's got to find himself a new one or a PS5 or something. So tonight the Pro-Am lobby is being brought to you by D.Racing or D.90 over on Facebook. So if you're looking for Pro-Ams, it's over on D.90 Racing or D.90, D.Racing 90. You'll find it. He's on there though, so he's putting on the Pro-Ams for you lot tonight. So yeah, round 4 tonight, Tokyo Expressway East Inner Loop. Tricky circuit, race 1 as well from the wet. Oh, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. Rear wheel drive cars. Some very tight turns on this circuit. One of the longest straights on the game. And a hairpin at the end. Ooh, interesting. So let's have a look at scores. That's one you're meant to be looking at. Let me make that bigger. Old eyes again. So leading the way after round 3 last week at Spa, TNR Philo. He's holding 112 points. Starting to just pull away a little bit. Second place RA Gecko Racer. Sitting on 96 points. Just 1 point back from him. Potomac Pot, 95 points. A couple of points back again. Bobby in 4th with 82 points. A little bit of a gap back then to Dynamic Styles in 5th with 71 points. Fat Pickles Bro, 66 points for 6th. We've got Brinky in 7th with 59 points. V-Show in 8th with 55 points. Jambo in 7th with 52 points. We've got Ace Killer in 10th with 34 points. The lower half of the table, G Marge, I think he's had to leave this season. I think work commitments or something's come up, so he can't do it. So G Marge sitting in 11th, even so, with 28 points. Also on 28 points is Ace Killer's on there twice for some reason. He's in 12th and 10th. Interesting. 22 points on the board for Purzel. In 13th, we've got Aldo 14th with 20 points. And Next Gen Danzo just 8 points on the board, 15th position. Right. Be quick, they've already started quali. Merch available, people, t-shirts and stickers. Get hold of me at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you fancy any of that, or find me on the Facebook page. It is just Dark Smoker. Go check it out. And then let's get ourselves into this lobby. Let me fire my own stream up as well. I'm slightly behind the schedule. But we're in now. So yes, tricky Tokyo circuit. Let's just see who we've got in the lobby. I'm sure we've got a new driver as well tonight. A couple of new drivers, in fact. Yeah, because of the few drivers having to step down, we've had to get some stand-in. So RA Baz 68, new driver for tonight. Someone remind me where that flag's from. It's going to be like Estonia or Paraguay or something random in it that I'm absolutely not aware of. Perzel. Dynamic Styles back in the house. Magics, that's what you are. New driver as well tonight. Brinky, RAA Philo, V-Show, LVO Tricks. Yeah, another new driver tonight. Fat Pickles Bro, RAA Bobby, RA Gecko Racer, and Ace Killer all in the house. So, 13 drivers out on track. Oh, I don't want to be doing that. No. Stop it. No, don't enter the race. Stop it. Right, in fact, we'll get on with lobby host Potter McPot. Just crossing the finish line, so we'll go for a bit of a lap on board with him. Absolutely full tilt down here then. 6th gear, ploughing all the way down this straight, down towards this tricky hairpin, hard on the brakes, wet as well in race 1. There you can see he's gone a little bit deep there. Yeah, just got to be careful getting the power down. The back end wanting to step out in these rear wheel drives. Hard on the power again then. It's up the hill. Oh, I haven't put the track map on for you lot. Yeah, tricky circuit. Let me put that on for you now. Go back to where we were. So through the wiggly second part of this circuit. Long sweeping left-hander. Massive great corner this one. And into the second part of these wiggles again. Difficult in the wet. Gotta be, there you go, look, Potter, even Potter catching a bit of wall through there. Alright, Philo's trying to stay out of the way by the looks of things, also taking paint off his car. Potter not going for a full speed lap around here either then by the looks of it. Maybe just getting lined up for a run down on this next lap. So, final corner coming up then. It's a double apex left-hander. Now, power on down this great big long straight then. All the guys backing up into this section of the track. Looking for a good exit out of that turn. Such a long straight on this. Slipstream will play a big part. If you get the overtake done too early here, people can actually get you back by the time you hit the hairpin at the other end. So you do just have to be a little bit careful. Potter looking for any kind of toe he can. And there you go, that's a lap done. What's he hitting? 182 as he climbs the hill. Just sitting at 182 then. Full 6th gear, using the wall to slow him down. That's a new technique there, Potter. So, a few laps in already. Let's go and see who is where on track. 10 minutes into qualifying. New driver, LVO Tricks, has decided to stick himself a 2:04.5 in then. Driving the Nissan Skyline. He's already got a smoker sticker on the bonnet. Like it, I like it. That's what we want. And on the rear spoiler. Whoosh! Yes, LVO. Big up yourself. So, with that 2:04 then for LVO, Potter McPot. He's got a 2:04.7 as well. Still 0.2 of a second back. He's got Bobby hounding him at the minute. Gecko Racer. He's 3rd on the grid. Also another 0.2 back from Potter. His hot lap not shown, so it's going to be a 2:04.9-ish. Maybe a 2:05 dead. Dynamic Styles 2:05.5 then. Sitting in 4th. RAA Bobby 5th, 2:05.6 in the big heavy Ford for Bob. Magic 6, 2:05.6. We've got Brinky in his Porsche. I wonder if he did get his wet setup tonight. 2:05.6 for Brinky, almost a 2:05.7. Fat Picklesbro got himself 8th, 205.7 in the Lexus. Subtle delivery on that Ace Killer. He's got a 206.5 at the minute, sitting in 9th. V-Show 216. Oh, no hot lap. Sorry, that was his first lap, but I don't think that is. What is it? 2 seconds down, 2.5 seconds down. So that point him on about 207. So RA Baz 68. He's got a 207.3, 11th place on the grid. Purzel 209.1 for his fastest, 12th. And Philo tucked behind Elvio, looking for a bit of a tow. He's got a 303.5 for his fastest, but we all know Philo. If you've watched for any length of time, or any time really, you'll know Philo is renowned for putting in a late lap. He uses up all his fuel and then goes for one of those absolutely death-defying laps right at the end. How we sounded tonight, people? My mic level looks a little bit loud. Just don't want to be overpowered by the noisy cars through these tunnels tonight. Elvio has not been able to be unseated yet by anyone. Potter still trying, but I did just see him clip the wall, so it is an outlap anyway, this one. So last ditch effort for Potter then. He's got to get around this corner, get his final hot lap in. Racer unable to go faster just yet. 205.6 wasn't he? 205.7 or something behind Potter. Bobby third, just going a little bit quicker then. 4th position, 205.2 in that noisy Ford. Pushes Dynamic Styles down a position. He's still on that 205.5 for 5th. Magic 6th then, still on 206.6. Blinky 7th, still in the same position. Same for Fat Pickles, V-Show, Ace Killer, Purzel. Yeah, everybody in the same positions at the minute. See what Philo's got now though. Is this his hot lap? Or is he going to go for another one? He's got the opportunity, plenty of fuel on. So 2 races for you lot, down for the count. How you doing? Listen, man, I had to tell the truth. I don't lie to my listeners. Philo, there he is, look. There he is, just as I'm saying it, and distracted by the Wonder Model, the Welsh Wonder Model. Philo goes and sticks in a pole sitting 204.4 right at the end of qualifying. Why am I moving the mouse? I don't know, because that's not going to do anything for me on the PlayStation. Pushes Elvio back into 2nd. Potter McPot still out on track. They do get to finish their hot laps if they're out on a lap, so Potter still out on track then with 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh, it's a purple. It's a purple. Has it got the legs down the straight over Philo's car? This is the question. BMW versus Viper. Oh, a little scrape in the wall for Potter. Hopefully that doesn't cost him. I think he was only just 0.088 up, or 0.88, I forget. Can he maintain that? It's still up. 0.035. Is it enough? Is it enough for Potter? Can he chuck himself onto pole position right at the very end of qualifying here? 30 seconds over time, but it comes over the line. Oh, not quite. 204.6. It's his fastest, but unfortunately not quick enough for pole. So Philo having another go. Don't know why, he's already on pole. Elvio sits in second then, Potter McPot in third. Magix takes fourth position in the end. He goes quicker, 204.9 right at the end of qualifying. Gr3 pushed down a position. Yes, here's a hot lap. 0.5 back. So it's a 204.9 then for Gecko. Dynamic Styles ends up back in front of Bobby with a 205.1. Bobby goes 7th then, 205.2. Purcell 8th, 205.6. He also just went quicker at the end of qualifying. Brinky 9th, 205.6. Unable to go quicker on that than that lap 2. Fat Pickles Bro in 10th, 205.7. Visho 11th, 206.1. Ace Killer 12th, a 206.4. And RA Baz at the back of the pack with a 206.9. So here we go then, race 1, 9 laps. Stop it. There you go, get to interact and swear at drivers and stuff. Not that I'll be saying the swear words because I'm a good boy when it comes to streaming. Here we go then, 9 laps round Tokyo. Wet in race 1, it's going to be dry for race 2. So wait for the lights to drop then and these drivers to get underway. The revs raising. Philo going to lead us down this long straight. Potter gets a great start on him though. Gets himself up into second. Past LVO Tricks then. All over the back end of Philo as they head down this long start finish straight. Starting to pull away already. Potter actually looking for a move on Philo here. He's got the inside line into this hairpin. God damn, it's already kicking off. Side by side, LVO Tricks almost into the back of Philo, but Bobby comes flying through. A little bit of a nudge into Philo, gets past though. Potter though has managed to get himself up front and pull in time over Bob, 0.9 of a second. If he can break the toe, he'll be away. So let's get ourselves out of that view. Potter then 0.7 of a second. Oh, a little bit of glitching from Bob in the background. That's odd to see. He's holding that second though. LVO has closed the gap up on him. Philo as well, losing that first place all the way down in fourth now. Yeah, big glitching from Bob. Dynamic Styles into the wall in the back of that shot. Magic then also loses a position, gets a fifth from fourth. Gecko Racer 6th, Dynamic Styles 7th, Ace Killer up into 8th, having a great start then Ace Killer. Brinky in 9th, Purcell 10th, Fat Pickles Bro in 11th, Visho 12th, Baz in 13th. Still everybody close together. Come round to finish lap 1 then. Potter, over the course of that lap, has managed to pull out 1.6 second lead. 1.7 second. Bobby then was in second, now under threat from LVO Tricks and RAA Philo, squeezing past using that slipstream already at the end of, at the start of that straight. Gecko Racer and Magic still there with them as well. Top 6 then pulled a bit of a gap from Dynamic Styles. 1.5 seconds to get back to the 7th place man. Potter McPot losing a bit of time down there then. These boys will work together to try and close that gap up on this front man. Again, it's only a 9-lap race. Damage on heavy as well. Philo and LVO side by side on the exit through there. LVO wins out in the Nissan. RAA Philo right behind him though. RAA Bobby tucked into that slipstream as well. Gecko Racer closing that one up. Let's get ourselves on board with Magix at the back of this little queue, shall we? Snaking through these wiggly turns then in the back half of this circuit. Oh, carrying a lot of speed through there, straight past Gr3. Chucks himself up the inside, gets that position. Good move by Magix. Now hunting down Bobby in front. Again, a bit of glitching from Bobby we've seen. Again, carrying good speed is Magix. Looking around the outside here, not quite able to pull it off. Looking quick here though, Magix. Bob all over the back end of Philo. Elvio's managed to pull a bit of a gap, but there goes Magix straight up the inside of Philo and Bob. They left the door a little bit wide open, caused a tiny bit of a collision between Bob and Philo, and unfortunately that's cost Philo again. Gr3 side by side with him. Let's just switch back to Bob. Gr3 unfortunately doesn't win out on the exit of that turn, so he has to tuck into the slipstream of Philo. Look at the power of that Viper past the BMW though. The BMW has got the slipstream, the M6. It's got nothing on the Viper, although Philo was getting a tow from Magix, and again getting that position back straight past Bob. This is what you're going to see all night, people, if they stayed close enough together. Philo chucks himself back into third then. Gr3 has got himself back past Magix. They're closing back up on Elvio. And they are closing that gap back up on the race leader, Potter McPot. There he is. Oh, I say that, the gap's extended to 2 seconds. They looked a lot closer on circuit. So let's have a run through then. Potter then, as we hit lap 3 of 9. 2.5 second lead. Elvio Tricks holding second. Got a big pile of drivers looking for a position at the minute. He's got Philo back up into third. Bobby into fourth. Tiny bit of a gap then back to Magix to almost a second. He's holding fifth. Gr3 just 1.1 back in sixth. So Magix managed to get that position back. Ace Killer up to seventh. Made a couple more positions, has Ace Killer. Brinky also come through a little bit. He's up into 8th. Dynamic Styles in 9th. And a big gap back to V-Show, 3 seconds. He's got a big fight happening here as well. We've got V-Show, Purzel, Baz and Fat Pickles all fighting it out for 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th at the minute. Very close together. Oh, Baz getting a little bit squirrely through there. Still pretty close together on track then. Potter losing a bit of time. Just got 1.6 seconds over Elvio. Still, they are battling it out and not really working together. So Philo gets himself in front. Has he got the power? Dragging Elvio. Elvio, you're going to go for a bit of bump drafting? Yep, there you go. So trying to close that gap up on Potter then. Elvio just nudging Philo forward, but sticking in the slipstream to drag himself down the track as well. And then backs off before they come to the corner. And it's working for them. Gap down to 1.4 as they came to the end of that straight. But again, just got to be careful on the exit of these turns. Philo now with fastest lap of the race as well. Not surprising. Can he close the gap up on Potter? This will set them up for race 2 as well. Top 3 do carry over extra weight into race 2. Weather's going to be slightly better though. So Elvio holding third, now 1.1 back from Philo. Pulled the gap already. Bobby another 1.2 back, just starting to stretch out now. Another 1.5 back, sorry, 1.7 back for Gecko. Holding 5th position. Ace Killer up into 6th. Who's got it wrong? Who's got it wrong? Oh, it's Magix. Where's Magix gone? Magix. No, Magix has put it in the wall, I think. Or almost put it in the wall. He's got no damage on. He's only 6 seconds back from V-Show. I don't think he's been in the wall. He's definitely not been in the pits to get repairs. He'd have been a minute back by now, I'd have thought. So maybe just getting it very wrong at the hairpin and having to stay out of the way as a big train of drivers came through. Who knows? Maybe getting it wrong on the final turn and just having everyone pile past him on the straight. Potter still leading though, 1.4 seconds. Here comes the Philo and Elvio tricks working together show. Bringing that gap down again into lap 5 then. So they seem to gain a... Oh, Potter getting the rear end of his M3 out there. Manages to keep control of it, but he's going to lose a bit of time to these boys if they kept it in control. Still got 1.2 seconds over Philo. He's just got himself a second over Elvio as they come into this wiggly section of the track. Can Elvio stick with Philo? Oh, losing a bit of time. Otherwise they're going to lose the opportunity to work together and close the gap up. Bobby still holding fourth. Again, drivers just stretching out in this latter half of the race. Gecko Racer then fifth still. Ace Killer sixth. Still got Brinky with him. Oh, a little bit hard in there for Ace Killer. Brinky getting past. Oh, a bit of front end damage for Ace Killer as well. That's going to affect him on the long straight, that's for sure. And through these fast turns as well. But definitely down the start finish straight, it get a little bit wobbly for him. Losing a bit of time to Brinky in front. Had a good battle last week as well, I believe, Brinky and Ace Killer. So V-Show in up into 8th, Baz up into 9th, Fat Pickles 10th, Purzel 11th, Magic's pushed down to 12th after whatever mistake he made. Now Dynamic Styles looks like he's gone and done exactly the same thing. Oh, he's on an outlap. Okay, been in for a fresh set of boots. No, not been in for fuel. You don't need fuel in this race, so yes, must have been repairs. Maybe it's a short pit lane here. So lap 6 of 9, the gap down to a second. Although I say that, it's just extended again. Elvio now back into second position, Philo in third. These two still bumper to bumper. Looking for that way to catch up with Potter, but slowly running out of time. Purple sector still from Elvio. Big gap back to Bobby now, 3.7 seconds. Bit of wear on the intermediate tyres he's on. Gecko Racer's tyres looking a little bit better. Bob might just have to be a little bit careful. Brinky then in that 6. Ace Killer still holding 7th, but V-Show closing up on him. So that damage slowing Ace Killer down, I think. V-Show closing up. Fat Pickles and RA Baz having a punch up behind as well. They're also closing up on Ace Killer by the looks of it. Yeah, that damage just hurting his chances at the minute, I think. Oh, Baz a little bit wide into that final turn. Gets away with it, no damage. But out of the fight now with Fat Pickles for a minute. Should be able to close that gap up down this straight. Still in the slipstream. Yeah, getting back onto it. Magic's 11th then, Purzel 12th, Dynamic Styles 13th. So Purzel, oh Purzel, damage. Front and rear. Fortunately, he's now going to end up at the back because Dynamic Styles will be able to travel faster than him. Let's see what a top speed. Oh, he's coming in the pits anyway. He's going to get that repaired, so he'll definitely end up at the back of the pack. How long are they spending in the pits? Yeah, not that long. Doesn't take them long to get into the pit box. Fresh set of wets as well. You don't need fuel on. Back out, damage repaired. Yeah, not as long as I thought. So Potter still leading up front then. Tiny little mistake just set in. Still holding over 2 seconds from the drivers behind. LVO, Trix and Philo. LVO, a new driver to the league tonight. Potter still putting in purple sectors though. He said to these boys, if you want it, come and get it. Well, I'm not going to make it easy for you. Put some little purple sectors in just to shake you up a bit. Coming through to end lap 7 then. Again, Potter getting a really good start off the line. Managed to get his way past LVO for seconds straight off the line. And using that slipstream from Philo, chucked himself up the inside, got the position early on track, and just held it into the first hairpin. Managed to get himself away as the rest of the boys came piling through. Comfortable-ish race for Potter. No commentator's curse, because that doesn't happen to me. Still pulling a bit of time over Philo and LVO. That working together strategy doesn't seem to be working against Potter's out-and-out brutal strength. She seems to be possessing tonight. M3 smashing this twisty little wet circuit. Philo and LVO then still pretty close together. Just out of slipstream range at the minute for LVO. So maybe Philo coming to the last couple of laps thinking now about his position. Doesn't want to give LVO the chance to make any kind of dramatic moves on him, so gets himself a little bit of a gap. Gets himself out of that slipstream range just about. Oh, I don't know, LVO's coming back. See what happens, we'll see what happens. There goes the race leader, Potter McPot then. Coming through to start the final lap. He starts that with a 2.5, 2.6 second gap. There he goes. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hold on to that purple. Philo second then. Also now 2 seconds in front of rival LVO. Bobby fourth, but 5 seconds back. Gecko Racer still looking to chase him down. That gap down to a second. Brinky in 6th. Big gap back to him, 6 seconds. Visho 7th. Baz in 8th. Ace Killer still struggling with that top end speed. Look, he's only hitting 175. Okay, not everybody going that quick. Potter's, I think, was hitting 182 up the back straight. Magic's then in 10th. Dynamic Styles in 11th. Fat Pickles, oh, Fat Pickles picking up all the damage in 12th now. Tricky circuit, like I say. Oh, Perzel, he's been back in the wall, more damage. Looks like he's just running the clock down. Not going to bother with lap 9 for himself. So here comes race leader Potter, now 3 seconds gap. Again, he does carry the most weight over into race 2 and starts from the back of the pack. So it's not as beneficial as people think, you know. Okay, you get the points and stuff, but yeah, you get the handicap in race 2, unfortunately. So into this final turn then. Oh, gets a little bit loose through there. Doesn't want to stick it backwards just yet. Here he goes then. Down the start, finish straight. Unless he forgets where the finish line is and rips the handbrake up like a quarter of a mile early. I think Potter's taken this one. If anyone could tell me what those street names are, I'll give you a shout out. So Potter takes the win then. Philo takes second comfortably, in fact, by the end. Elvio takes third. First race in the Gr3 League. Bobby only just holding fourth. Gecko Racer all over the back of him on that final lap. He takes fifth. Brinky, he's taken sixth position. Looks like he's happy with that. Visho takes seventh. Baz takes eighth. Again, first race tonight. Ace Killer takes ninth. Magic's 10th after a dramatic into the wall moment, I think. Oh no, he didn't pick up damage. I didn't see damage on him. Or maybe he picked up damage, we didn't see him come in the pits. But 10th. Dynamic Styles did pick up damage. He takes 11th. Fat Pickles also taking damage, as he's still holding it actually. Comes home for 12th. Tries to take out some pit crew for 12th. And then Purcell has decided to do his final lap. Okay. Still got the damage on. So again, move into race 2. A little bit of a break in between race 1 and race 2 as we just wait for Purcell to cross the line. He takes that 13th then. But does start from the front of the pack in race 2. So yeah, we have a little bit of a break between race 1 and race 2. And then we jump into a 13-lap race. Same circuit. But it's dry weather. So a little bit more strategy involved. They're not allowed to pit before the end of lap 4 in race 2. Unless you pick up damage, then you can come in as many times as you like. But no damage, no tyres, no fuel before the end of lap 4. So let's hope everyone remembers that. Yes, well driven Potter, like I say, from third to first, down the start-finish straight, off the line, and just with that tiny bit of battling kicking off behind him, as everyone jostles for position into turn 1, just give him the opportunity to pull enough space out, keep the gap. So he takes full points in race 1. Let's, just while we got this bit of a break, advert time. Bosh. Except we're not asking you to buy anything. So yes, the top 3, I think it's 5 clicks of extra weight for Potter. It'll be 4 clicks of extra weight for Philo and 3 extra clicks of weight excuse me, for Elvio. And everybody else sticks at whatever weight they were in race 1. Again, time of day's changed. It's going to be sunny weather. Damage is still on heavy. So it still means a trip to the pits if you get it all wrong. Oh, excuse me, people. That was a great big yawn. I'm tired this week. So we've got a couple of bits of racing coming up. Anybody interested? I think a few of us are going to get together and go to the British Touring Cars in October. I think that's about is it 13th, 16th, mid-October, I think, for the British Touring Cars at Donington. And then a few more of us are getting back together for the British GTs, also at Donington Park. That's in November. And then, depending on weather, there is a rally event at Donington, which I'm considering attending. But again, that is weather dependent. I'm not standing out in the freezing cold rain and blowing wind and stuff just for the sake of it. But if it's not too bad, I might go to that as well. Potter then having to rejig lobby settings. Long straight, this one. Who's that messing about? Who's that messing about? Oh, okay. There you go. Race settings just being changed up there then. 13 laps. Blah, blah, blah. Reverse grid. Yeah. Yeah. Tyre rating, mediums, yeah. And hard, yeah. You only start with 70 litres. So it's going to be about 20 past point when we kick off. Give everyone a chance to have a little bit of a break between race 1 and the slightly longer race 2. So we'll see some lower lap times then with the dry weather. Again, only medium and hard tyres available. A few drivers already on track then, looking to see the difference between the wets and the dries. Try and get those corners a little bit better this race. Driver Baz then going for the Porsche. Dynamic styles in the Aston. Gecko in the BMW M6. Brinky also in the Porsche. Magic in the M3. There's a Dynamic in the Aston. Fat Pickles in the Lexus. Porsche for Baz. We've got the Mercedes for V-Show. Skyline for the GTR, the Nissan GTR for LVO. Porsche for Brinky. Yeah, the M6 for Gecko. Potter in the M3. Philo in the Viper. Was Ace Killer in the M3. Who else have we missed? There's not everyone in the lobby yet. Okay. isn't it, the old M6? Lengthy thing, like, where's he gone? Oh, he's not in the lobby yet. Bobby's Ford. See how Brinky gets on then. Get on board for a lap with him. Might end up starting the race while this is on. What's Brinky getting up here top speed? I think, yeah, like I say, I think we saw Potter's car 182, I believe, up the straight. Only a 177 for Brinky at the minute. Now up the hill, not going to go any quicker. Bit hot into that first hairpin. Again, able to get the power down a little bit earlier. Now it's dry. Okay then, Potter giving everybody the shouts for ready. So yeah, just about to start race 2 then by the looks of it. Through this middle, wiggly middle section. Here we go then, into race 2. 13 laps around Tokyo. Brinky just showing us what a wall looks like. So here we go, reverse grid, 13 laps. Dry weather. Damage still on heavy. Top 3 from race 1, carrying over extra weight as well into race 2. Are you going to allow me a different view? Let's go for that one. They're away then. Purcell leading us off. Fat Pickles looking to make a move but didn't. Ace Killer again having a good start. The M3 tearing away from the line. Ace Killer getting himself straight into first position here. Oh, it's the wrong way. So he now leads the pack as they come into this tricky hairpin then, or just stay on board with Ace Killer and see. Oh, Fat Pickles chucks one up the inside. He's going to hold that line. They've both gone deep. So Magix gets himself through. Fat Pickles gets himself through. Ace Killer though looking to come back, take that top spot, running quickly here. I'll run through the order in a second. Just see them get through this next couple of corners. Ace Killer back up into second then. So Fat Pickles first, Ace Killer second, Magix into third. RAA Bobby in fourth. Got Brinky in fifth. RAA Philo up into sixth. Gecko Racer 7th, Potomac Pot 8th. 3 top drivers from race 1 having a good start already, sticking bumper to bumper. Purcell in 9th, Dynamic Styles 10th, V-Show in 11th, Baz in 12th, and Elvio now in 13th. Oh, sorry, it wasn't the top 3, was it? It wasn't Dynamic Styles, it was Elvio. Elvio struggling then here, still sitting at the back of the pack. Now looking to make a way through, but again, just got a big pile of Porsches and Astons in front of him. Does get himself up the inside of Dynamic Styles there. Should be able to carry the speed on the way out. Back up front, Magix then leading by a second. Fat Pickles Bro in second place. Ace Killer still third. Bobby all over the back end of Ace Killer though. I think we're going to see Ace Killer lose this position here. Get it on with Bob. Cars wiggling down this straight then, trying to stick with each other. Philo though, slipstream, he gets himself past Bob. Gecko Race is going to get a good tow up here as well. Potter McPotts and Brinky side by side. Potter gets himself through. Does he chuck one up the inside? Straight down the middle then for Potter. He's not messing about. inside of Potter on the outside of Gr3. There's a move by Potter. Again, carrying the most weight in race 2. Nowhere for Bobby to go here. Gr3 and Potter still side by side through that second turn. Potter just getting himself in front though, through into 5th. Bob holding damage already, unfortunately. Everybody coming through there cleanly then, still all packed together, nobody smoshed into the wall just yet. Magic, sorry, now pulling out a 1.8 second lead, 1.9 second lead. Fat Pickles then second, Ace Killer still holding 3rd, Philo now 4th. Pot 5th, Gr3 6th, Bob 7th. Tiny bit of a gap back to V-Show in 8th, Brinky in 9th position, not far behind him. Again, a little bit of a gap back to, oh, it was just LVO. It was just LVO Tricks in 10th, but unfortunately he's down in 12th now. Oh, damage on board for LVO. It looks like Purcell maybe. Looks like Purcell may have caused that. He slowed right down to stay behind LVO when he comes in the pits. Yeah, Purcell just saying he's sorry. It's unfortunate. I'm sure we'll see Purcell stay in ghost mode until LVO catches back up. So Magic's still 1.5 second lead over, who is it now? Philo for a second. It is. He keeps himself in front of Potter. Potter slides one back up the outside here though. Unable to carry the speed, has to chuck himself back into the slipstream. Now under threat from Gecko. Gecko pushing him through for 3rd. Pot though, still looking for that position back. Goes around the outside through that turn, takes that 3rd back. Gr3 4th, then Ace Killer still holding 5th. Fat Pickles in 6th. Bob then 7th position, losing another couple of positions. V-Show in 8th. He's managed to claw his way back to the back end of this pack. Brinky then at 1.4 seconds back in 9th. Dynamic Styles, oh, far too hot in there for Dynamic Styles. Goes into the wall but doesn't pick up damage, luckily. So there is LVO and Purcell. So Purcell just hanging back, allowing LVO through. LVO just ghosting out now. Oh, excuse me. Purcell keeps his foot in. So, Magic's 3 second lead. He's stomping around in lap 4, sorry. Philo, Potter and Gecko almost neck and neck into the hairpin. Philo just holds it. Potter still holds 2nd. Gecko in 3rd. Fastest first sector there for Philo. Fat Pickles then into 5th. He's got himself past Ace Killer, as has V-Show. So drops another couple of positions, Ace Killer down to 7th. Bit of breathing room behind, 1.7 seconds back to Baz. Dynamic Styles back up into 9th down that start-finish straight then, getting past Brinky. Purcell and LVO having a complete chat of their own, I think. LVO just coming in the pits for fresh tyres then, because he couldn't come in, even though he got damage, he couldn't come in and change his tyres till the end of lap 4. unless he's just picked up more damage. I think it should be the end of lap 4 LVO, but it is your first night in the Gr3 League, so you may be forgiven, you may not. Magic's pulled out more time. He's got the NOS on. Another 1.5 seconds he's pulled out on that lap. 4.5 seconds over Philo. Potter McPot just 0.8 of a second back, but he's under pressure from Gecko. Oh, everyone piling in the pits now then at the end of lap 4. So Magic's yet to pit. Dynamic Styles yet to pit. Oh, he has pit, but for damage repairs. On the hard tyre as well for Dynamics. Comes out first here. Gecko Racers managed to sneak his way through into 3rd place then. Gets himself in front of Philo. Gets himself in front of Potter. Did take almost a full tank of fuel on. Philo just under 3/4. Gecko Racer a tiny bit less than that as well. So that's why he's managed to squeeze his way out front. Also on the medium tyre for Gecko. Philo out on the medium tyre this time. Potter also out on the medium tyre. Losing a tiny bit of time to Philo and Gecko here. 1.4 seconds. Running quick earlier on. Let's see if Potter can carry that pace on in a second stint. So Magic still leads. Still got 1/4 of a tank on as well, so he might be able to do another lap, or he will be able to do another lap with that. Plenty of fuel on for Dynamic Styles as well. Hard tyre not going to wear out anytime soon. So Gecko Racer, the first of the pit stops. Holding 3rd, chased by Philo, just half a second back. Potter McPot now only 1.2 seconds back, so he is slowly closing that gap up. So Bobby, who's pit also. Apologies. Has he? Yeah, of course he has. He's only 3 seconds back. So holding 6 at the minute then. V-Show another 2.5 seconds back for 7th, being chased by Fat Pickles. Both drivers have stopped. Baz has stopped, he's sitting in 9th. Fresh set of mediums on board for him. Ace Killer in 10th. A little bit of rear end damage for him though. Shouldn't affect him too much. Again, might just lose his top end speed here. Brinky comes through. Perzel and Pitts just come out on a fresh set of mediums, and LBO back out on track, also holding a little bit of front end damage. Just pulling over there. He's going to back into a corner and just sit right there by the looks of it. So Magic's not stopped, still putting in purple sectors on those worn out mediums. I say worn out, there's not a lot wrong with them. But he is out of fuel now. Can he retain his lead? Again, the pit stop's not that long, but he's going to have to take on a fair chunk of fuel. Philo 28 seconds down. Still got Gecko Racer. Potter's lost a bit of time. He's lost half a second, in fact, 1.6 seconds the gap. Magic's in the pit this lap then. It is Philo and Gecko onto this start finish straight. Still bumper to bumper these two. Will they work together, or will they battle it out for the top spot? Wait till closer near the end. Looks like they're going to work together. Gecko Racer all over the back end of Philo, pushing him down the start finish straight then. Looking to stretch that lead over Potter McPot. Magic's gets released from the pits now though. Won't be carrying as much speed as Philo or Gecko, but he will have, oh, he's on the hard tyre as well though. But he does stay out in front. Closing fast then, the two drivers behind. Might even be able to get the move done. Magic goes defensive into the hairpin. It's a little bit deep. Philo chucks one up the inside. Should be able to do that with the softer tyre. Magic's not making it easy for him though. Still side by side through here. There goes Philo through back into first then. Magix has to hold on to second. He's got Gr3 all over the back of him on a reasonably fresh set of mediums. Just put in fastest lap of the race as well as Gecko, 157.140. Potter McPot then unfortunately now 3 seconds down. So he just puts in a little purple sector. So Potter, yeah, starting from the back of the pack. With the most weight on as well, not doing too bad to be honest, holding fourth. Was leading for a fair chunk of it. Bobby then fifth. Bobby also just putting in purple sectors. Everyone having a good second stint then on the softer tyre. V-Show into 6th, Dynamic Style 7th. Fat Pickles in 8th, Baz in 9th, Brinky in 10th, Ace Killer in 11th, Purzel in 12th. Long way back though for Purzel. Did get into an altercation with LVO Tricks, unfortunately. LVO been back in the pits, repaired another set of tyres on board for him. Unfortunately, he's taken on board fuel as well, which is going to have cost him time and weighed his car down a little bit too much. We'll see though, he might be going to the end of the race there. So Philo and Gecko both past Magix. Potter McPot 2.9 seconds, 3 seconds down from Magix. Getting medium tyre for Potter. It's a hard tyre for Magix, so we'll see if Potter can use Magix to close that gap back up on Gecko Racer and Philo in front. Again, I think those two will just be able to pull away a little bit too much. Potter won't be able to get close enough to utilise Magix before they're too far up front. V-Show and Dynamic Styles getting a little bit close. Pulled a tiny bit of a gap from Fat Pickles as well now. Brinky another 4 seconds back. Baz closing up on him as well rapidly. Porsche versus Porsche here. It's all about the tune, all about the driver. Oh, a little clip of the wall there for Baz. Keeps himself in touch with Brinky, but can he get the move done? Is he going to wait for the start-finish straight? Brinky just chucking in a little purple sector then, 0.001 of a second. Holds on to that 9th. Baz not able to chuck one past him yet, but now he's on the start-finish straight with the slipstream. Again, if he closes up too quick, like I say, you get the job done too early, it allows that driver you've just overtaken to come straight back at you. Closing up as they drop down the hill then. Again, are they going to work together? Yeah, here we go. So just nudging Brinky down the road. It does slow Baz down a tiny bit, but again, he does benefit from the faster car's slipstream in front, which allows him to close the gap back up and give Brinky another little tap down the road. Just trying to close that gap up on any drivers that may be just in front. Is a Fat Pickles, bro. Oh, a little bit deep in there for Brinky. Oh, a little bit wide on the exit as well. Clips the wall. Purple sector there for Baz as well. Ace Killer then in 11th. Purzel in 12th. LVO 13th. Magic's got back into this fight. There was a bit of a gap, but as that brought Potter closer? No, Potter's still 5 seconds down, unfortunately. So Magix just must have had a bit of a stormer. Kept himself just within slipstream straight range, maybe, of Philo and Gecko. He's sticking it to him on that hard tyre. Philo holding first on the mediums. Magix second, Gecko in third. So who's going to get it down here? Magic's all over the back end of Philo. Gecko Racer closing up though, using that slipstream. Are they all going to work together? Just pull the three of them along, away from any kind of attack from Potter. Can't even see him. He has gained a bit of time back, 4.4 seconds. Not gained that much time, he's gained half a second. Magic's just backing off then as they run down towards this hairpin so they don't get it all entangled. Magic's carrying a fair bit of speed into that turn, looking to chuck one up the inside of Philo, but I think Philo's just going to get it back using the softer tyre. Both of those drivers pulling a little bit of a time from Gecko. Potter has closed that gap up now, 3.7 seconds back. It was 4.2 last time I looked. I'll keep an eye on that gap as well. Again, I think Magic's just not causing any trouble because, you know, he's racing for position here. But he's just upsetting the apple cart enough, I think. Make Philo look at going defensive, look at Gecko taking different lines. There you go, look. Magic straight up the inside of Philo through this long left. He takes the lead of the race then on the hard tyre for Magic's. Great bit of driving there. Bet Philo's wondering what happened. Gap between themselves and Potter stretches back up to 4 seconds, unfortunately. Again, Magic's not put himself in the best of places down this start-finish straight, although, again, pulling a tiny bit of time on Philo. He won't be out of that slipstream range, that's for sure. These two should close up on him pretty damn quickly down here. Philo chucking it on the left-hand side, then Gecko following him through. Can Magic's decides not even to bother getting in the slipstream there. Strange. I thought he would have tried to bolt himself onto the back end of Gecko Racer out of that move, but nope. So Philo leads from Gecko, then Magic's pushed into third position now, unfortunately 1.5 seconds back as well. Potter holding fourth, 3 seconds down. Bobby fifth, another 1.7 seconds back. Bisho in seventh now. Dynamic Styles just coming through to take that position off him. So Dynamic Styles gets himself up into 6, 4.5 seconds back from Bob. Just 0.2 in front of Bisho. Closing up again, Bisho. Again, difficult to overtake around this second half of the track. All gets done on the long straight. Fat Pickles in 8th then, 2.1 back. Baz another 5 seconds back in 9th. Brinky still right there with him, 0.3 of a second back in 10th. Ace Killer, see, 13 seconds down in 11th. Purzel another 19 seconds down in 12th. And LVO Tricks, a long way down, a couple of minutes, but he has stopped, been in the pits a few times as LVO. Didn't have a great second race tonight, to be honest. What has Magic's got under the bonnet of that BMW there? What's he got? Because he's closed the gap back up on Gecko and Philo. These two still working together, able to pull a little bit of time back on him. Potter McPot also slowly closing up on Magic, still looking for that final podium position. Still got Bob looming ever so slightly closer in his rearview mirror. Another purple sector by Philo. Magic's way off this fight now, unless he can stick that NOS button on again. 2.1 seconds down from that fight up front. He's now got Potter McPot, so maybe a little mistake set in there by Magic's. Potter McPot only 2.5 seconds back. It's not as if Potter's put in any kind of super lap to close that gap up. Just looks like, oh yeah, look, a little mistake again. Into the wall for Magic's. He's picked up damage. It's going to slow him down. Still only 1.6 back from the drivers in front, so he's still able to pull time on these boys. So can Potter get himself onto that final podium position? He's got 1 lap to do it. 2.5 seconds he's got to try and close up on Magic's in front. Then just 2.1 back. Yeah, see that damage on the hard tyre as well. Potter closing up massively now. 1.1 seconds. He's going to get him before the end of the straight. Goes around the outside. He's still going to get him as well. Oh, he did take him, but he's gone wide. He's on the medium tyre though, like I say. There you go, just able to carry a bit more speed through there. Now, unfortunately, cost himself that position. A little bit of contact between himself and Magic's. Bobby gets through then to take that final podium position. Unless Potter can get back at him before the end of the race. But it's definitely going to be Gr3 or Philo that takes top spot here. They're looking on fuel. Both got plenty on to finish this race. Gecko's just starting to pull away a little bit from Philo. Final turn coming up. Oh, Philo just twangs into the wall a little bit, so loses a bit more time. Gives Gecko a lot more breathing space. Still going to get a bit of a toe down here, Philo, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, before they cross the line. No, it's still at a second. So, Gr3 is going to come home to take race 2 win tonight. A little bit of a wiggle, don't get it too mental. There it is, Gecko takes the win, then Philo comes in second. Bob is going to take third. Potter unable to get that position back. So Potter takes fourth. Dynamic Styles takes fifth. V-Show sixth. Magic's is going to come home for seventh. Fat Picklesbro takes eighth. Baz takes ninth position. Still managed to hold that ninth from Brinky all that race. Ace Killer is going to come and take 11th. Here he is across the line. Backwards into the wall for 11th then. Purcell down the start finish straight comes home for 12th. Unfortunately got tangled up with LVO tricks. So both drivers running slow. Just runs out of fuel there as well for Purcell. Now we just wait for LVO to come around this final turn then. Again, not had the best of race 2s. Had a decent race 1. into the tunnel then. 13th position for Elvio. And there we go. Race 2 done and done. Victoire for Gecko Racer. So there it is. Race 2 done and dusted. Round 4 done and dusted. Let's see what that does to the points next week. Obviously Philo will be still up top, no doubt, I'm sure. Let's see what it does to the rest of the field though. Potter giving a bit of a sorry to Magic's. Magic's, no problem. Yeah, it was a bit of a squeeze. Potter had got the line down the inside just as Magic's kind of closed the door on him, so Potter obviously able to carry a bit more speed out of that turn with a softer tyre. Chucked himself around the sort of outside at the end of the hairpin, which turns to the inside in that next little kink, but yeah, the door just squidged up a little bit too much. And Magic's unfortunately got sent into the wall. Potter didn't come off too great though, he ended up losing a position. So that's about it for tonight. I'm back tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for the P1 boys racing in the Audi TT series. Back again on Friday night at 9 o'clock for, what are we, rounds 7 and 8 of MRC's GTTCC. So that's 9 o'clock again on Friday. Back this coming Monday with the minis. We had a week off to allow Cutler to do some family stuff. We didn't allow him, but you know, he had to do some family stuff, so we postponed for a week. So minis back on Monday at 8:30, and then again same time same place next week for round 5 of the Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League. If you want to help my channel out, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoke and drop a donation on there if you want. But if you actually want something for your money, same sort of price as a donation on that thing, you can send me a little email or hit me up on the Facebook page and get a couple of stickers for the same price. If you don't want any of them, I've got t-shirts available. Hit me up if you want any of them. Down for the Counts had one. He rocks it every now and then. Cheers, buddy. So that's it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.
And